Chris, you must be stoked to be through to the Summer Cup final in your first game as coach.
Yeah, look, I mean, playing South Hobart's always a really good contest. I think that if we'd played well and we hadn't got through, I still would have been happy, because it's about, and I've got no doubt Ken's the same, you like to win those things, but it's all about preparing for the season proper. We've got them again first round, so I don't think it was a game. It was a typical finals game, to be honest with you. I think both teams were feeling one another out, so spectacle-wise it probably lacked the technical side of things, but it's always a good game to play against South Hobart, so tough game.
How did you see the game? Sort of, as you said, it was a fair bit of feeling out in the first 45.
Yep.
Not too much goalmouth action. A lot of good defensive play on both sides, but
it just always seemed to break down through the midfield for both teams, and that ball into the front third for both teams. It just didn't seem to happen, and I thought both defences actually for long periods of the game looked quite comfortable. We were under a little bit of pressure there, I thought, in the back end of the first half, and also the middle section of the second half. They looked like they started to get on top, and I thought we were starting to run out of legs. But we managed to hold on, and we've got a lot of work to do. I wasn't happy with the possession side of the game, and when you win possession, trying to maintain possession, but we've worked on things for a week now, and I'm sure we'll only get better.
Your first game as coach, there was a few noticeable changes. Muller into midfield and Fag at the back. Is that something we can expect to see more of?
Depends on what gets off the plane, I suppose, to be honest with you, so to speak. But look, Courtney was a massive issue, massive loss for the club. And when you're playing a 17-year-old kid like Tyler Harrison, who today I thought was superb, you need that leadership, somebody with leadership. So that's why we put Henry back there as the captain of the side. He does lead the team well, so that's what we went for. Things may change next week.
A quick note on Vossi. 2 saves from the first 2 penalties. A superb effort in the penalty shootout.
It's interesting because, I haven't said to Jason, but we're actually looking at maybe bringing McKenna on for the penalties, but because of his experience and that sort of stuff. But credit where credit's due, I thought Jason had a brilliant game today, and stepped up to the penalty side of things, and did very well.
Excellent. Well done.
Thank you.
See you on Monday.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, how did you see that one?
It's our pre-season Summer Cup. Yeah, we're happy with the way we played. We had the amount of possession we had. Disappointing to lose any game, but compared to out of both sides, we thought we probably played well enough to win. Final ball in the front third. We didn't do what we can do. Overall, happy. Yeah, disappointed to lose. So, but we've got another game next week. So we've got a friendly next week arranged for Saturday. Part of the pre-season process. Better than certainly being beaten in real-time play like we were in last year's semi against these boys. So to go to penalties and a penalty shootout can go either way.
How did you see the match itself? It was scrappy out there, both teams filling each other out.
Yeah, look, it was a very physical encounter. Obviously, we've got a guy up there, ready to go off in an ambulance now. Another guy with needs stitches in his head. So it wasn't a pretty game. It certainly wasn't the classic display of football that sometimes these two teams can put on. But it was a bit of a slog really today. Conditions weren't perfect. The wind made it a bit tricky in the first half. I think, as I said, I heard Chris say, it was a cup game, and cup games can just get ugly football. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yep.
Thanks, Chris.
All right, boys.
Thanks.